Hey guys, welcome to CodeGrad. And today in this session, we'll discuss the datetime library, most important one when we are considering the for tracking event, scheduling tasks, and analyzing data over period. So dates and times are crucial for tracking event, scheduling tasks, and analyzing data over period. So working with dates and times in Python is very important because this much events are covered while we are dealing with many data sets for like tracking events or scheduling tasks. And these are the important parts when we are considering the time series. So at that point of time, we need to use the time library also. Now, representing time accurately involves considering components like year, month, day, hour, minute, second, and time zone. So while we are considering the time, these all the components are very much important, like year, month, day, hour, minute, second, and different time zone. So date and times are everywhere. Suppose for log, appointment, deadline, time, etc. Now in programming, handling the time correctly is important, and sometimes it is tricky. So Python will provide the datetime module to make the task easier. Now introducing the datetime library. Python's datetime module is the primary tool for working with dates and times, and it provides various classes to represent date times, that is the date and time combined, and time differences. So datetime is a built-in Python module for handling date, time, and date time combination. Now it allows you to create, manipulate, then format and compare date and time values. So why time matters in programming basically. So as we have discussed earlier, while tracking events, scheduling tasks, and analyzing data over periods, we require the time. So time and data are used to what we can say, record time, calculate durations. Example, days between two dates, or we can schedule tasks or expire data like OTPs and sessions. So at that point of time, we require the time in programming. Next is creating and manipulating date time object. You can create object representing specific dates or the current moment, and operations like finding the difference between two dates or adding a duration to a date are common. So basically, you can also create object representing the specific date of the current moment, and we can also do the operations like finding the difference between the two dates or adding a duration to a date, which are common tasks while dealing with datetime object. First of all, if we need to import the datetime module, we must import the module before using it. So we need to mention the import datetime, and then we can create date and time object. So for a full date and time, we can use the datetime.now. And if you want the only date, we should mention datetime.date.today. We can also create custom datetime object, and we can access the different components. Now we can access the extract part of a datetime object also. Suppose we want to access the year, so now.year, or for month, now.month, now.day, now.hour, and now.minute. And we can also add or subtract time using the time delta. Next is the formatting and passing dates and times. Dates and times can be converted into human readable string format for display of storage. So that is advantage. And conversely, strings representing date and time can be passed back into usable date time object. So whenever we mention the date time using the string, we can also pass back into the usable time date time object. Now formatting dates and times, we have this strf time to format a date time object into a readable string. Okay, so for to convert into the human readable format, we have the strf time, and we just to mention the year, month, date, whatever we want. So common formats are, we use a small d. For month we use small m, and year we use capital Y, and time we have the hour, minutes, and seconds always. Now we can also park string into date. So for parsing the string into dates, we have the strp time to convert a string to date time object. So we just need to mention the date in the string, and that we can convert into the date time object using the CRP time. Now use cases. We have the logging timestamp or scheduling program. We can measure the measuring execution time or filtering record based on date and time. And summary, that datetime module makes it easy to work with that, as earlier we have discussed, with working with date and time, format and parse values, and perform date arithmetic. So it is a must-know tool for any serious Python programmer. We'll also see the implementation part of the datetime library. Well, we'll get the more understanding about how we can convert or we can manipulate the dates, or we can add different timestamps. So that will be covered in the implementation part. And I hope you guys have been clear about the theoretical part in the slide presentation. Just we need to get more practical practice for the daytime library, and you will be able to handle the data time. And we have to work seriously for this topic as it is very important. As we will have multiple data sets in the future where time and date will be involved. So let's move towards the implementation part.